Hello lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on today. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I'm so excited. For today's video, we are doing an open collaboration of recreations hosted by Amanda over at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun and the lovely Miss Jenny over at Lovely Moments Creating, and myself as the co-host. So I'm super excited about that. This is my first time being a co-host, a host of any but I'm super excited about that I was asked to do this, and we have an outstanding playlist for you guys. So please make sure you check out the description box below for all the host links as well as the playlist. I'm so excited to see what everybody is making today. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just know that those comments are only desired and not required, just because I love to talk with you guys, right? I love it, and I'm so excited. We're getting so close to almost 1,000 subscribers, so I hope by the end of this challenge that I will have reached that goal, and I will be doing a giveaway. It will be within the US, but it's going to be some outstanding stuff. So I'm super excited about that. I'm going to stop jabbing and we're going to jump into our first project. See you on the other side, lovies. All right, lovies. So our first project or recreation was inspired by the lovely Miss Lisa Marie over at Crafting My Best Life with Lisa Marie. She made this really cute miniature candy cane shadow box, and I actually thought I had one that size, but when I looked in my stash I didn't, so I opted to use one of the wooden boxes from the Crafter Square section at Dollar Tree. It's about a 5x7, I think, and it is slightly larger than that one, but it worked out perfectly because, again, this is just an inspiration piece, and I definitely wanted to make it my own because I am kind of going in the tradition of the traditional Christmas colors of the red, white, greens. I am throwing in some golds here and there, but and I am doing a lot of candy cane things this year. So this actually worked out perfect. So all I'm doing here is I'm just going in with some white paint, and I will give you guys a full disclosure up front. I did quite a bit of painting back and forth, so you may see pieces here and there, but I tried to edit to where I put everything, in a cohesive format for you guys to follow, so hopefully it won't be too distracting, but you may see some pieces in the background that got painted because I was trying to do as much painting off camera as I could. So right here I'm just going in with some red and white paint, as you saw there, and all of this paint is by Folk Art. I think I did use some paint by Deco Art, but with that green there, I mixed two greens together. One was like a green apple and the other one was an avocado color, and I wanted something like right in the middle, and I did not feel like going to pull out all my paint to go through it, so I just mixed the two together, and it actually gave me the color I was going after. And I don't know why, but this gave me Grinch vibes. The red, white, and green together, it really did. But overall, I like the color combination. It really rung true to Christmas for me. And so I picked these up. I think I got these larger candy canes from Michael's, I think, and the smaller ones came in a 3D Christmas set from Dollar Tree, and I just love that. So I painted them all the same, your traditional red and white, and then I did the green bow there. And what I'm doing here is I took one of my wooden medallions, because at first I was going to leave the holes open on the box because I was like, well, it's not going to be a big deal, it's going to be covered, but I am going to actually add a tea light to mine. So I did go ahead and cover that up. Now I also am going in with some of these stickers, and as you saw in Lisa Marie's shadow box, she did a white background, but I really wanted to do a play on the peppermint and the candy canes, so I wanted to give it a little bit of a background, so when the light kind of shimmers off of it, it will just highlight that even more. And I thought that was just really cute, and these are really kind of just, I guess, whimsical in a sense, but I really like the way this came together. It was so easy to do. So I would love for you guys to, try and recreate this. I love Lisa Marie's work. So I was really excited to do this. And I hope she gets a chance to see it. She's very busy, and she is another influencer here on YouTube. So once I did that, as you can see, I did the outer side of that box red, inside white. And I believe on Lisa Marie's, hers had like a little bit of a lip. And I was going to add some popsicle sticks to it. But then I was like, you know what? No. I didn't want to do that. I felt like this was enough because I was having such that, busy background. So I was like, I just tried to leave it a little bit open so it just didn't seem so clustered, if that makes sense. And all I'm doing is going in with some hot glue here. I did not use any extra strength adhesive on this project, just because it is very lightweight. And I felt like the Gorilla Hot Glue would be sustainable. So I just opted to do that. Now, I should have put that tea light in there before I glued this down to get a right fit for it, because even though I tested it out, but I didn't test it out once it was actually, on top of it. Like I just laid it there, but it actually needed just a little bit of a give. So probably on that bottom one, I probably should have put like a popsicle stick just to give, it was probably about an eighth of an inch that I needed more, but nonetheless it still worked out. It was not a big deal. You can still see the light shining through. Now on the wood ring, now this wood ring I think was from my pack I ordered off of Amazon, but Dollar Tree is now carrying these, so that's really cool. But I did get a huge pack of these because I use a lot of these in my project, so it was very inexpensive. And one of these days, guys, I'm going to start putting everything in my description box. It's just that a lot of the stuff I've had for so long that I don't even remember which, vendor I ordered through. So, and I want to give you guys accurate information, but just go on Amazon if you want. It came in a huge quantity, I think like 100, 150, and I may have paid $10 or so for them. But so all I did was take one of the miniature candy cane sets there, and I put it right in the ring there in the center, and then I did two off to the side. Again, I wanted to just really play up the candy canes. Now again, this was just done by inspiration, so I'm definitely making it my own, and I'm giving the love and credit to Lisa Marie for the inspiration. So I kept this really simple. I think I just, I do feel like, I just captured that whole candy cane, Candyland vibes too. I don't know, but yeah, I really like the way that came together. Now our second piece was inspired by my dear friend Kay over at Home with Kay. Now I just adore her. She's such a sweet person, just very, very kind and gentle in the way that she speaks. And she did this oval sign, which came from Dollar Tree. The wood plane came from Dollar Tree, and she just made this very cute and simple Merry Christmas sign, and I really like that. And I immediately thought about a doorknob, something to hang on your doorknob. So I thought it was super cute and something super easy to recreate, especially if you are new to crafting. Like this is like super easy to do. Now we both used our Cricut here. I used my Cricut Joy. I'm not sure what Cricut machine she used, but I used my Cricut Joy, and I did Merry Christmas. And again, I'm keeping mine a little more playful, whimsical, if you will. And I did a different font than hers. And I'm going to be using some of this butcher's twine or just regular twine. It's in the color red and white. I want to say I got that from Hobby Lobby, probably. I'm not 100% sure about that either, guys. It either would have been Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but I want to say Hobby Lobby. And so I also had this large pack of beads with different prints on them, and it's 5 different styles or designs on them. So I just did 2 of each, and then I had these peppermint. They're like life-size peppermints. They're not garnish. What is it called? Garland. Garland. It was just like not garland. Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Ornaments. They're really miniature ornaments. Okay, so they're like the life size of real peppermint. So I think it's more for a miniature tree or something like that, or even if just for your designs. But nonetheless, I put that right in the middle of the beads, and here you see me making a bow. I'm not a bow maker, guys, so do not hold me accountable for any bows that you may make off of what am showing you guys here today. I just simply cut up some yarn. I had some stitch ribbon. As you can see, I went, you know, large, medium, small, and I did one that had like a peppermint stripe, and the other one was a red stitch ribbon as well. So the stitch ones I got from Hobby Lobby, and Michael's, and I got the peppermint one from Dollar Tree, and I thought that tied in really, really well here. Now in Kay's piece, she did not add a hanger to hers, but again, when she made it, it inspired me and made me think of a door hanger. So that's why I'm adding the string of beads here, and that's just the vibe that I had when I originally viewed this on her channel. So thank you, Miss Kate. Thank you, Lisa Marie, as well. I don't think I said thank you to you guys. I am going to give you guys another final thank you towards the end of the video. But here, I like the way that twine was hanging off of the bow, and I wanted to kind of position it. So what I'm doing here is, you know, finagling that bow to make it look like something, but it looks a hot mess, but it's okay. It's all right. Okay, it's for me. It's okay. So what I did was clip off the little hole at the top of that peppermint and put that right in the middle, and then I'm going to take that twine and just kind of position it like in a little wave motion around the Merry Christmas, not fully around, but you'll see what I'm going to do here. And I just went in with the tiniest dab of hot glue to position that, and I absolutely adore this. Like, it was just the cutest thing, and I honestly feel like this could really be like something you could give somebody as a Christmas gift, or, you know, pre-Christmas gift. You know what I mean? Because it was just so cute and so easy, and it did not take a long time to create. So I am so grateful that I was able to view her channel and get this inspiration piece from her. And all I'm doing here is taking my little sweeper or little brush and taking off those glue webs, because those things are a nightmare. Ugh, they get on my nerves. I'm gonna just put that out there. But yes, that's it. Okay, so project number 3 was inspired by Laura over at LCR Moore, Laura's Craft Room. She did one of the Dollar Tree chunky, oh my goodness, I can't think of it. Chunky cutting boards. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know, please remember to go to the description box to check out the 2 host channels, Jenny and Amanda. Amanda over at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, my lovely friend Jenny over at Lovely Moments Creating. These ladies are awesome. You will also find the playlist in my description box as well. So go by, tell them I sent you their way if you happen to stop here first. If not, you know, just go over and give them some support. You know, this is an awesome event that they are hosting, and I'm honored to be co-hosting, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So I definitely want to show everyone involved the love, because a lot of work and time went into these projects that we're bringing to you guys today. And just to know that they do not have to be Christmas inspired. That was just my choice, but you're gonna be open to a lot of different types of crafts today. So with Laura's board, she did We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and I thought that was so stinking cute, and I was like, I had to recreate this, my version of this. And she kept hers very simple and elegant. I feel like it was elegant in my eyes that she did just the basic black and white. She did add some little dots on the side to in remembrance of like Christmas lights, and I thought that was so cute. And she went in with, I want to say, like the green, red, and black. I think, I'm not 100%, but I do remember seeing the green and black. And guys, I have to tell you guys, I had to do this off memory because I'm recording this off of my phone first off, and the pictures I had saved for them was in my phone, so I could not stop and go back to check them out. So I had to literally go by memory, and so some of them were not exact. Again, I didn't want to do exact match because I want them to have their piece, and I want to recreate it in my eyes the way that I see it. So I was so it was really funny to do this, but nonetheless, she did go in, she put "We Wish You Merry Christmas." Hers was a little more off to the side. I did go center with mine, and I also went into Cricut Cricut Design Space, printed that out. It was already designed in their images, so I just printed that out, and I wanted to add in the colors on the front of the cutting board. So I went with red, black, and green, and the A in the middle, I did that in gold. And so now I'm just going around and distressing that. And this was like super simple as well. Guys, all of these were like super simple. The only one that wasn't is the one that's going to come up after this one. But we'll laugh about that in a few minutes. But this was so easy to do, and I absolutely love this. I got a little carried away, had some mistakes with the paint, but I was able to tone that down and really bring it to a liking for me. So that's all you see that I'm doing right here. And I went in with some ribbon. I added in one of the holly leaves there. I thought that was just cute, and I don't know why I decided to put that bow to the side, but I just loved it that way. And what I decided to do after was go in with some of that peppermint ribbon, and that's what I'm calling peppermint ribbon. I don't know if that's truly what it is, but that's what it reminds me of. So that's what it's going to be today. Okay, all right, we on the same page. I love y'all. Okay, so I just decided to go around the bottom portion of the board with that. Like I said, she did dots on hers, like polka dots on hers, which was really cute. But at this point, I was like, okay, I'm tired. So I'm just gonna do this, and this just helped tie it into my whole peppermint theme thus far. So that was it for that one. And number 4, my sweet friend Charlene over at Crafty Art Shack. She is so talented, and she's such a sweet person. I enjoy laughing with her, talking with her, and we do have some upcoming events, her, myself, and Kay, so I'm super excited about that. But what Miss Charlene did was she took one of her mason jars, and if you guys have been with me any times, you know I love my mason jars, especially the big wooden ones, because of just being that open canvas, right? And so she did one where she did a Dollar Tree mason jar, and she worked off the back of it. But what she did was, I like the technique she used. So she used one of the stencils from Dollar Tree, and I decided to create my stencil on Cricut Joy. Now, my bright idea was not so bright, because I just totally missed the fact that, yeah, you're going to be putting hot glue. So she took the stencil and she put hot glue down to create her design. Now, you can also do this with puff paint, but I wanted to kind of stay true to her technique of how she did it. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to use the hot glue too. And as you can see, I left this in here. The struggle was so real right here, guys. It was so real. So I had to go off camera and get all that out. Like, it was a challenge, and it just looked a hot mess. Now, the holly leaf on the top, I did like. It was not perfect. None of it was perfect by any means, and I don't ever strive to be perfect. I just strive to do things that make me happy when I'm crafting, right? Except for if I'm making something for somebody else. Of course, I'm gonna give it 150%. So here I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna whitewash over this. Maybe that'll work. It does not have to be perfect. Although Charlene's was a very perfect. It looked like you could tell exactly what it was. Okay, so I'm like, okay, let me just start on the top, because I was like getting a little frustrated here. I'm like, let me move away from this before I, get in that headspace of let's just exit, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm going in with my white paint, creating my lines, my dimensions to make it look like, and what it said, let me back up. It said, who wants eggnog? And that's what this mason jar is supposed to be, a jar of eggnog, right? So I'm going in with this fawn color, and I really like this color. It's very close to the natural wood color, but as you can see, it is slightly a little bit duller and different. And so I like that, because even though eggnog is more like a creamy color, I just felt like this was pretty cool to go with. And so on Charlene's, she took one of the cookie pans and cut that up to make the silver part, or the lid part. And I didn't have a cookie sheet, and one, I didn't have the cookie sheet, and then 2, I don't trust myself cutting it, because I could just see me slicing my fingers left and right. So I didn't trust myself there. So I just went in with some of the balloon ribbon. It's silver as well, as you can see there, and I just wrapped that around a couple of times. And as I was going, I remembered, like, I didn't want to go all the way to the top because I wanted to look as though I put a little bit of nutmeg on the eggnog. So I stopped midway, well, a little bit more than midway. I probably stayed about 3/4 of the way up. I stopped, and here I'm going in doing some distressing, guys. I'm trying to save it. I'm really trying to make this come together. And I just was like, yeah, May, it's not gonna work, girlfriend. It's not going to work today. So as you can see there, it just looked like a melted hot mess, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move forward. So here, this is where I go in, and I'm just dotting around with some of that burnt umber, just to give that illusion of like spices on top of your eggnog, right? So I did go a little bit heavier on the top, but I think that was more of me just kind of taking my frustration out on the top of my mason jar because I could not get this right. And so here I just go in, darken it in, just to create the dimensions of where, you know, the fluid would stop basically in the mason jar. So here I'm using some real cinnamon sticks, right? Because it, you know, it's eggnog. You have to have the cinnamon sticks, right? So I'm using real cinnamon sticks, and I'm just gonna lay them on top, as you can see here, to add some embellishments, because again, I'm trying to do as much as I can to keep this mason jar alive. So of course, you also always see like the star anise spice on top of the eggnog, you know, traditional eggnog. So I use one of the snowflakes in place of that, and a little twig or sprig that I got off one of my it was off of another piece that I had used, like I cut it in half, and so I just took that little sprig, put it there just to give it a little pop of green. And then I took some of these berries that I got off another pick as well, and that's just to kind of tie it all together. Now when I looked at this, I was like, you know what? I didn't incorporate any red. So to save this, y'all, I had this Joy to the World laser cutout piece. I think I did get these from Hobby Lobby, and it was like the perfect size. It was about 4 inches. It was a perfect size to cover up my hot mess that I made. So I will definitely revisit this and try to redo it, but for now, and for the sake of me getting my video out, I just decided to take this route. And in the end, I do think it came out okay, because I did get to get my, you know, that little pop of red I needed in there. And I decided to go in with some of the green, which is like an avocado green, and just cover the holly berries holly leaf as well. So my 5th and final project, it was inspired by Miss Kathy Jo over at Kathy Jo DIYs. I love her. She is a hoot. She's a sweetheart, just a big sweetheart of a person, so kind, and I enjoy watching her videos. She's so talented, and she made what you saw there was a lamp. She made hers using the same mini vase like the one that I'm going to put on top there, but she used her base as a mason jar. And so I had this piece that I had for years. I probably had about 3 years now that I was trying to do. I was making some centerpieces, and the thought that I had for this one did not work out well, so I just put it to the side, kind of tucked it away, you know, never touched it again until I saw her video, and I was like, oh my goodness, I could do that with this piece here, right? And so I pulled it out, dusted it off, because it had a lot of dust on it, y'all. I dusted it off, so all this was already in place, and I just kind of left it as is. And all I did was add, as you can see here, I'm just adding that mini vase to the top of it, and that's pretty much the design of it. Now I will let you guys know up front, I did forget to paint it white. I wanted to paint the little bulb in the middle white because her mason jar was white. And again, you guys, I remember I'm doing this off of memory because I didn't have anything next to me to actually see, to try to, you know, get the same vibe that they have, but I think I still captured it and still made it my own at the same time. So she did like a traditional mini wreath with the green I don't know what the, you know, hers was with greenery. We'll just say greenery. Now I'm in love with these little furry wreaths, they're ornament wreaths at Dollar Tree, and I'm in love with these. So I opted to use this. Now I should have grabbed one that had the red and white in it, but I wasn't thinking. I just picked one up, and this one had black and white, and so you'll see that at the end. But I'm taking some more of that stitch ribbon, and I'm going to use that to tie it around in the places where I'm connecting, like the jars and things like that, because you can see that, and it just did not look appealing, and I probably should have used a smaller ribbon. I thought by kind of bunching it together it would work, but it was not the most appealing in my eyes. But nonetheless, I just roll with it because, again, I'm just using hot glue here. I did use a little bit of the extra strength Gorilla Glue, but it's still something I think I could probably still pull off if I needed to. But if not, again, this is not going to anyone but me, and I just wanted to see what it would look like as a lamp. So now you see here, and I'm sorry some of this I had to shoot it from up top with all my stuff. I just don't have the room to put my camera to the side, but all I'm doing is just taking the smaller stitch ribbon, which is the same one I used for the one in Kay's recreation, and I'm just adding that to the top. And I do try to push it back so you guys can see, and I am going to kind of lay it sideways so you guys can get a view of it, just because, again, I had to go from the top, and I just did not realize how tall it was going to be on my little bitty table and under the camera. But there it is, and it's nothing special. So she had her bow on hers as well, and I couldn't remember if she had the bow all the way at the top or at the mid section, and I end up putting it at the top, and I did it more so because of the tails were kind of long, and it would have overlapped a lot on the wreath. And so I did keep the jute twine there because I needed that to help adhere the pieces to them. And so I was like, you know what, it's not a bad look. It wasn't like the greatest look, but it wasn't a bad look, and it just really helped to keep these pieces secure. And then I did the same with the bow, just added some hot glue there, little dabs of some of the extra strength Gorilla Glue. And like I said, I went more to the top with mine, and when I went back and looked at her picture, she did put it more towards the middle. But again, because the tails were so long, it would have really covered over the wreath. And I really like this. I think it's really cute, and that's it for this piece technically. Technically, guys. And what I did decide to do as well, because the bottom, like, you can really see it, and it was, I don't know, it just didn't, it felt like it was missing something. So I went in with some of the white poinsettias and just added a few of those around the base, along with some berries, and you'll see that here in a few minutes. I think I did like 4 or 5, and I would tell you the miniature vase at the top and the little vase in the middle, it is an actual vase. That's a vase there. It looks like a little baseball. But it's a little miniature vase as well. Those both came from Dollar Tree. In the bottom jar, which is considered a vase too, or a candy dish if you will, that one came from Michael's. So like I said, I've had this in my stash for a few years, and I just thought it would be fun to do, and it came out really busy. It really did. And I remember Kathy laughing about hers because she said how she was just going and going and going, and she felt like she went over the top, but hers was absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. I did not feel like it was over the top, but mine, yeah, it was busy. It was busier than the 405. If anybody lives in California, y'all know it was busy. Okay, but nonetheless, I still think it was cute. I just added in one of my LED tea light candles. I think I did show that. And here I'm just going in and placing those berries around there, and I think it really was cute. I think the jute rope really did add to it, gave it that rustic farmhouse feel, and I really like this. So again, I think I did tell you guys that I forgot to paint that middle part white. I wanted to do it white because she did her mason jar white, but I totally got caught up in the moment, and I was just trying to go, and I completely forgot and did not remember until until I was filming the final reveals. So here I'm just taking another pick I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just like twisting it around because I didn't want to clip it off. It has like an olive and 2 pine cones, and I think it has some berries on it as well. And I just take that, twine it up, and then I just place that right in the center of the wreath, just because I felt like, I think for me, what was throwing it off for me in my eyes was the clear bottom, because she used a dessert plate for her base, and I think just that clear bottom was throwing it off. So I almost feel like if I had just went in and added more jute rope there, I probably would have been okay. But it did give you the option to add another tea light under the bottom there, so you have a two-part feature, I guess, where it would show that glow through the wreath. But that was it, guys. That was all my projects today and all the inspiration that I wanted to recreate. So to all the influencers or my YouTube buddies here, thank you guys for the inspiration. Here is everything, and I just loved it. I love the colors. Like I said, I'm really going with the reds and the greens and whites, the traditional Christmas colors, and I just absolutely love this. I love it so much, and I was so excited to be a part of this. This whole open challenge is just so much fun. And then here is our little Merry Christmas sign. So thank you, Kathy Joe. Thank you, Kay, for this. Thank you, Lisa Marie. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Laura, for the inspiration. I really truly appreciate your guys' work. Your hands are truly blessed and gifted, and I do enjoy watching your channels as often as I can. And so here is everything, guys. In the mason jar, it survived. I think we had a good save here. Of course, it was not what I originally planned on doing, but nonetheless, we got it done. And so to Miss Amanda over at 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, thank you, my dear, for this invitation. My dear friend Jenny at Lovely Moments Creating, thank you both ladies for inviting me to be a part of this. And guys, please go to the description box, check out their channels, show them some love, tell them I sent you their way, and tell them I said thank you from the bottom of my heart with always a million kisses. And also to the content creators who I was able to get inspired by, more kisses for you as well. I appreciate it so very much. My heart is full. And if you guys have stuck around until the end, thank you all. A million kisses to you as well. I appreciate you guys taking this ride for me. To the people who are new here, thank you for stopping by. To the people that come back and visit with me on all my videos, I love all of you guys, new and old. I appreciate it so very much. You guys have no idea how much it means to me. I never thought my journey would even be here where I am, which is not like a huge thing, but I just never thought I even be to this point. So I'm so grateful to each and every one of you that have stopped by to support my channel, to support my content, to leave me awesome comments and encouragements. I appreciate that. And even to the people who just left some tactful criticism there, I appreciate that too, because that will help me grow. And I just want to say, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. Just know that those comments are only desired and not required, just because I love to chat with you guys every single time. And also, lovies, another thing I do like to say before I wrap up my videos is fall in love every day. Every day you have an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something that day. So find the joy in everything that you do. Just know that everything happens for a reason, but it only lasts a season. So with all of that being said, lovies, check me out on Instagram. I have a small channel over there. It's growing. I would love to see you over there. And of course, remember to subscribe here, hit that like button. And until the next time, lovies, be safe, be kind, and happy crafting the days away. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye, lovies.